Real talk, real life, real growth.
This is Raw Reality with Tori Story and Fit with Lily.
Hello guys and welcome back to the Raw Reality. If you're new here, welcome.
Yeah.
If you're returning, we love you and thanks for coming back.
Yes.
Lots of good feedback on our recent few episodes. So really good to hear you guys loved Christina's episode.
Yeah, it was such a good one. Like as soon as we finished, I was like, wow, I want to listen back through that for myself.
Yeah, even like listening to the reels, I was like, wow, stunning.
Yeah.
Skin series done and dusted.
Wow.
Next up we've got Fit with Lily.
Yeah, bodybuilding series, which I'm really excited for you guys to hear all about. The first one on Thursday, so solo episode, basically deep diving into my career and any questions that you guys might have. So excited for the month of March.
Absolutely. And another exciting update tomorrow.
Yes.
If you're listening in real time, Tuesday the 3rd of March, we will be in Sydney for our community walk. We are so freaking excited. We've got 2 guest episodes, which is why we're coming to Sydney, and we thought we haven't nurtured our Sydney community enough. So we really wanted to make the effort to do a walk. So we're meeting at Common Supply at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And then we'll grab coffee, probably wait till about 6:30, and then that's about when the sun's rising, and then we'll walk towards, I'm pretty sure it's like Bronte. So that direction. Do about a 5K walk, return back, and you can go about your day.
Yeah.
So
What a
excited.
good way to start the morning.
Yeah.
Let's hope the weather's great.
It will be.
Have we checked?
No.
Should I do a quick look?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
let's have
know
a
that
look.
our weather here this week is like today's good, and then I think it's like all rain.
Oh, great.
So hopefully Sydney pulls through. But
Okay, raining all week until we hit Monday, and then we're good. Nice.
it's going to be good. So bring, as always, your sister, your mum, your best friend, your partner.
Your dogs.
Welcome to everyone. We're so keen.
We are very
So
excited.
that'd be good.
Well, we haven't really done an update in a while. What is going on with our lives right now?
We got a warehouse.
Oh, we did.
Officially
I didn't even write that one down.
officially signed the lease, got the keys, and we're in. And hopefully our build starts like ASAP.
Crazy. This has been something we've been wanting to probably since December last year. So the ultimate idea essentially was we just wanted a space to kind of like mainly separate our offices, the podcast studio, because we're right now in Tori and Jackson's house recording.
spare room.
And they have slayed it. They've done such a good job. But
It's
they're like,
worked.
yeah. But we're about to have a baby. Well, she's about to have a baby. And this has to be the nursery,
Yeah,
you
it does.
know? Baby, I was about to say their name. Need somewhere to sleep.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's like, well, he's going to be in with us for the first probably 6 months in his bassinet. But like, you just want to have a nursery.
Absolutely.
And it's a part of the process, the nesting.
Yeah.
And I'm getting to that point. Do you see my
I
close friends?
saw that this morning.
I'm like, oh, guys, obviously our spare room is the podcast studio, which is fine. Like, close the door, can't see it. But it's the fact that Jackson's office is in like kind of like the second lounge, and there's just shit everywhere. I've just let it go. Like
Jackson's office is crazy.
like it's unnecessary.
And I'm stressed
most
looking
part.
at it.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine you, because I know that you like a clean space.
Yeah.
And you're home like a lot. Like, yeah.
So I've
Perfect.
just really just like put it to the side. And then I haven't been able to work because both our desks are in that area. I haven't been able to work there because it's so hot in that section.
Yes.
So I've been at the dining table. I hate working at the dining table and I'm like making it dirty and I hate it. So I've now moved my desk into the lounge room in the corner and it looks aesthetic. Like, it's
does.
fine. But I'm just like, it's not it. But I'm like, 2 weeks, I can handle it.
Yeah.
But at least like the dining room is then clean. But it's just like
close.
make do, because then all of his crap will go to the warehouse.
Yeah.
Except like his desk will stay, but at least it can just be like desk, laptop, tidy.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
So like sort that out. But I'm just excited to like get into nesting, which I'm allowing myself to do once with this stuff
up.
goes to the warehouse. Like, that's when I'm going to start. And I've got a list. And even just like kitchen, I want to go through and like declutter. I want to go through the garage and get cabinets, like your parents did, like the thingos. Racks with boxes, and then obviously like really clean up that second lounge and make it like a fun, maybe have a nursing chair in there.
Stunning.
And then of course do the nursery,
Yeah.
which
That
I'm
sounds great.
so excited for.
Yeah. It's going to be perfect.
So it's all happening.
It is. Whereas like ours is slightly different. We just work from home, and I'm excited to have that separation, have our staff in there, just build like a really good community, like culture, in terms of like our staff and things like that. So I'm very excited to separate work and home life. Like, I could not be more excited to like clock off for the day, and come home. And then I know I'm done. Like I'm not checking anything else. I'm done. And then I think it's really just going to help us like grow quite quickly as well as soon as we're in there and it's all set up. So crazy that we're both like, no, working for ourselves, no office, like no, we're all flexible. And they were like, let's get in an office. And it just goes to show you how important structure really is. Like we all want a crazy flexible life until you get the crazy flexible life. It's like, well, I need some routine.
I'm working at 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. and it's just not
it.
It's not really flexible.
Yeah.
And it's just like treating it like a biz.
Yeah.
For you guys.
Yes.
And then for us, like we're opening the pod studio as a studio. So obviously for Raw Reality.
Yeah.
But also Jackson and I will be opening it up and have some pretty big goals for that. And aiming to have like multiple sets for our guests. And it's really about like the experience rather than just like come in, record and leave. We have like my Notion board for this studio is huge. And it's just like every time me, Jackson, Christina sit down, it's like this, like customize this, like really about the experience and like setting a standard.
Yeah.
That's also affordable for people to come and record. So very excited about that and just have like something fun to work on.
Yeah.
So like between the warehouse, the nursery, the home reorganization will get me through the next like, what do I have left? Like 15 weeks.
Yeah. Wow.
So
crazy.
wild.
Well, that's probably like our biggest update. Then you had like a pretty hectic week as well last week. We both had an event with ChatGPT in Brizzy. Went up there with our friend Katie, who was like hosting it, did a Pilates workout. We went to the Evra Markets.
Yep.
I've never been. And to be honest, so I feel like if you know what the Evra Markets is, it's just like a nice cafe. Would you say a lot of Whole Foods type
it's
vibe?
on the bottom of the really popular gym.
Yes.
In Brisbane.
Yeah. Underwhelmed. I expected it to be so much bigger than it was.
Yeah, it was quite small.
Very small. And I mean, when we went there wasn't obviously food just as of yet, due to like them slowly bringing it in because we came a bit early. But then I also tried a protein bar. And I think this is what really got me. So Katie was like, oh my God, they finally have the David's protein bars here. Have you ever heard of them? And I was like, literally, no, I've never heard of them in my life. $12 for one protein bar. And she's like, you cannot get them in Australia. Like she got like 7 for $12. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. She wanted to try every flavor because she's had one and she said it was really good. And then I was like so excited. I was like, I'm just going to get one and see. Guys, the worst protein bar I've really ever had. Like, it was so bad. It literally tasted like a Quest bar.
It was really bad.
And I was like, what the heck? So they were definitely overhyped. I think that made the whole experience overhyped.
Which is like not an everything. It's like they stock it.
Exactly.
And I think we got there between transitioning from breakfast to lunch. The lunch looked insane.
I need to go back and try their
Same.
lunch. Yeah.
When we were leaving, like we just got avo on toast, me and Christina, and like that was stunning with an egg. Like how you don't really do that badly. But when we're leaving, I was looking at the lunches on people's tables and I was like, oh my God, we need to come back. I did really enjoy my smoothie. It was just not cold enough.
Yes.
That was my only complaint there. But yeah, just quite small. But then they have that other side, which I'm not sure what time that opens up. So where we were sitting, it was like high tables. On the other side, there's like seated tables and then the outside. So I'm like, that looked more like the dinner side maybe.
Right.
But definitely need to go back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. I'm following.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was just like one of those weeks where I was like back to back to back. Christina and I stayed in Brisbane the night before the event, had a little staycay. And then Friday was like, get shit done. Yeah. Like, you know, when you just like go away for a night and then everything's a bit hectic. And then Saturday morning we had our sunrise walk. No, sunrise swim. Galentine's Girls swim, which was just absolutely amazing. And like 150 people.
Yeah.
So the turnout was amazing and everyone was just incredible. Like it was just so much fun. And the sunrise was perfect. I'm so glad we postponed.
So happy.
And I know there were so many people that were like, oh, I can't come. But then there were so many people that could come because they couldn't come the weekend before.
It was crazy how many people like were only there that week, coincidentally traveling. There was one girl, she was in Gold Coast for 24 hours and coincidentally it lined up because she was like, she's traveling from I think Europe or like overseas and then doing like the whole East Coast trip only in here for 24 hours. And then she's like, oh my God, perfect timing and came. I was like, that is crazy.
And so many people had just moved from either interstate or internationally.
Yeah.
There was one girl there who landed from the Netherlands the night before and saw it on, saw Em's TikTok on her For You page and she was like, oh, I'll just go. Came alone.
Crazy.
Stunning. It was just really cool. Good vibe, so much fun. Yeah. So we're excited for Sydney event.
Yeah.
And then we pretty much like ate breakfast, napped, you went to the gym, I got my nails done. And then we had lunch in the sun and then drove straight to the sunny coast because we had Rizzy's baby shower.
I can't believe we're in our baby shower era. Like, she's so close now.
So close.
So close.
And
I
I just,
still
like-
think she's going to go early.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I have a gut feeling.
I hope I go. But yeah, it was so nice just be with the girls. And it's like our last few times together.
I was thinking that because I was just like, oh, like, okay, it's just like such an effort. But obviously, like, you want to do it so fine. But I was like, wait, no. You're loving every single moment of this.
Yeah.
Like, there is not many more times that you guys are all going to be together conveniently. Like,
Having
it's
a
going to have to
sleepover.
be really well planned ahead. Especially at the start. Like,
Oh yeah, it's not.
thank
gonna happen for a
God,
while.
normally our friendship group goes into hibernation over the winter period anyways.
Yeah.
So then as we go back into the summer, I think then we'll all be comfortable with the
Yeah.
babies and we'll be good to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. So it's like just making the most of every moment. We're back up to the sunny coast in a couple of weeks for Taylor's baby shower.
Like next weekend.
Yeah, before then my baby shower.
Yeah.
So super great. But it's like just really soaking up those moments and as our group. Not that like we're drifting like or anything like that, but it's just like it will be different.
It's a new era of like a new season that you're going into
Yeah.
and none of us know what to expect. I think
No.
that's more so what it is. Like no one knows. It's like the unknown.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of taking it day by day. It may still be the exact same. We might see
Yeah.
each other more.
Yeah.
You guys especially might see each other more.
Yeah.
Or might see each other. We just don't know.
Yeah.
So
Just enjoying
time will
what's
tell.
coming. Yeah.
Yes. I have like a few other updates. I finally got the new phone. Now, if you know me, I go through a phone a year at the moment, which is kind of crazy, I think. Like a lot of people are like, oh, I've had my phone for 6 years. No, I'm in a phone a year type gal. I have like an upgrade and protect thing, which just helps so much. But like I trashed my phone, which is so bad. But to be fair, I work on it so much that it just like, it's now really slow. My camera doesn't really work properly. So I got the new one. And if you also know me, it's going to sit in that box for about 2 weeks until the day before I actually have to post this other phone to swap it in. But it's okay. So we'll hopefully unpack it tonight. We'll
Yeah,
see.
surely.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah. I've actually done well with my phone. It's been
You've done really well.
like a couple of years, I think now.
No, last year. Start of last year.
Yeah, it was either start of last year or the end of the year before.
Yeah.
But usually I'm like, phone comes out, I need to get it. But like mine's fine.
And your camera quality is great.
Yeah, it's doing
Yeah,
well. So I'm
it's
just
all
like, it's okay.
Yeah.
And if I need to use it, I can use the work phone, which is the new phone. So I'm like, it's fine. Not much else from me. I feel like just the same old up and down. Like woke up throughout this morning. Some mornings we slay, some mornings we don't. And that is okay.
Yeah.
It was like so nice to be with the girls on the weekend and just be chatting about like how everyone's pregnancy season is just so different and like everything that you navigate is so different, whether that be me feeling like I'm behind because, you know, I've been so sick and my energy's not there and like I just constantly don't feel great. But then I'm like, hey, like podcast is doing great. We just got a warehouse. Like
Yeah.
things are moving and like they're fine. It's just not the pace that I would normally be at.
And it's moving in like sometimes you get so focused on your routine and you're not doing that, but then other things are happening.
Yeah.
And interesting you just said that because I was about to say, not that I don't want to do sunrise walks, but I don't want to do them every single day. I want to have like 2 or 3, maybe 2 mornings a week, especially on a Tuesday because I have like from my second my eyes wake up, it's just like Tuesdays are so busy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's not do it on Tuesday because it's stressing me out. And one other day throughout the week where I feel like I can have a little bit of a slower pace morning. And I'm like, okay, no, because the sunrise was really nice this morning. I missed it, damn. And I'm like, no, literally get out of your head. Like, no one cares if you've seen another pretty sunrise. Like, you've seen it on other people's stories. Like, people tap past it. Like, get over yourself. You can see it every other day. And this morning I was like, okay, I'm about to have a really crazy day. I need to take a moment to myself to sit on the couch, read. And Kate actually took Boston to the gym this morning. So I got to wake up, didn't have anyone biting me, didn't have to take him to the toilet or
Nice.
anything like that. And I was like, no, this is my chance.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think I just need 2 days per week where I slow down a little bit. And then the other days I'll actually like really enjoy my sunrise walks and things like that and not feeling guilty for having a bit of a slower morning.
Yeah, I did the exact same this morning because Jackson came to bed at 1:30, set his alarm for 3:30 for the gym, which is stupid because then
he go?
I hear the alarm. No,
thank
knew he wouldn't.
Do
But
you
I
hear the alarm?
Oh,
I don't.
no, I hear the alarm because
that
he doesn't.
sucks.
And it just keeps going off and off and off. And I'm
no.
punching him, like, turn that freaking thing off. So he just doesn't turn it off. He, what is it called? Like delays snoozes it. So then it keeps going. My mum can hear it.
Oh,
she was like,
no.
so you didn't make it to the gym this morning?
No.
Turn that goddamn alarm off.
Kate's
And
a
then
very much a one here, I'm up
No.
type guy. Thank
Jackson
God.
is out. And anyway, so he didn't go to the gym. I was like, turn the alarm off. We didn't get out of bed till 7, which was nice and needed. But then I was like, Ziggy was up from 4:30 chewing shoes, chewing socks, like running around the house. He was ready because that's the normal. But we were just like, need the extra sleep. And then I got up and was like, let's take him for a walk. But then I was just like, actually, you walk him. I need to clean. I need to put my headphones on, listen to a podcast and just clean the space because I'm still not unpacked from the weekend and whatever. And then I ended up rearranging the whole house. So there's that. But I was the same. I was like, sometimes you just need to like be at home. I had my breakfast outside in the sun and read my book for 5 minutes.
Stunning.
Just
Nice.
like, yeah. I know. I just thought you'd be proud. It's just like taking those moments.
Yeah,
And you do need them, especially when it's like, no, we should be out at sunrise at 5 a.m. It's like, we don't have to be.
And also, you have a few more months of slow mornings.
I do.
Take it as much
And
as
it's
you can.
really getting to the point now where I'm like, I think about everything that I do, adding a child onto it.
Yeah. I do that.
So, yeah. But not much else from me, to be honest. The next couple of weeks are like actually insane. Well, actually 2 months. Like March is crazy. April's crazy we're traveling to Sydney, then the next week to Melbourne. Then we have our reality retreat, which is so exciting. I can't wait for that.
Same.
Then we have our baby moon, which also can't wait.
Yeah.
But just like lots of little things in between.
There
And it
is.
just seems like every weekend's like bang, bang, bang. And I feel like once it hits May, I'm tapping out.
Yeah, no.
I'm
I'm
tapped out.
so glad because I swear when you're busy, I'm busy because our lives quite intertwine a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if you're tapping out in May, thank fuck because it means I'm tapping out in May because I don't organize any social things. So it means that we don't have any social things on in May, which
and
is
it'll be
fantastic.
like Riz will probably have Bub.
Yeah.
Taylor will be very close.
Yeah.
I will be at like just nesting, be at home probably. And like between the warehouse, which would be nice. And like that's it.
It's just the next 8 weeks is going to be pretty cooked.
But
But
that's okay.
we're ready for it. All right. Let's get into today's episode. Basically, guys, just let's take everything we say. I'm not going to say with a grain of salt, but like let's put our big girl pants on today and actually take accountability for what we are doing. So essentially, the episode is the real truth why you are not in shape, because we tend to blame other people for why we can't do X, Y, Z, or it's our hormones or our genetics or your lifestyle or whatever it may be. A lot of the time we come up with excuses to why we're not in the certain place where we want to be at. So we're going to break it down to you.
And this is very much not to shame anyone. This is like some tough love from Tori and Lily. It's very much like we've been there multiple times, probably. And it's just like we're not here to attack you. We're just here to guide you, help you, and just like tell you how it is.
You know when you're a coach, when you're like at acro cheer and you're trying really hard, but then you're like, oh, I can't do it because of this. And then you get in trouble. And they're like, you can do it. You're just coming up with excuses. And then eventually a week later, you are doing the thing because you kind of had that tough love experience. Exactly what we're
Our
about to
coaches
do.
always used to say, if we're not yelling at you, that's when you should be concerned. Because if we're yelling at you and like trying to get you motivated, it's because we want you to do better. We know your potential. And that is what we're doing with you guys.
Exactly.
We know your potential. We're here to help you do better. So
Let's do it.
Let's get into it.
Okay. Number 1, the biggest thing that stops us from actually starting is just saying, oh, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. There's so much information out there. So it's just so much easier to completely avoid everything together. It's easier to say, oh, I don't know how to track my food, so I don't do that. Or I don't really know how to use the machines at the gym, so I just don't go to the gym. We always come up with so many excuses as to why we can't do something because we're not knowledgeable about the topic, right? Now, this is number 1, obviously, an excuse. We can easily get so much information out there to tell you how to go to the gym, to how to track your food, or just overall eat healthy and do the thing that you always say you're going to do.
And I think online as well, a lot of coaches are really trying to share that losing weight is way more simple in the sense of like what we think than people make it out to be. Because we overcomplicate it and all the things. We know that, moving 3 to 4 times a week, eating 80-20, mostly whole foods and looking after your body, extra protein, your sleep. We know those things.
Yeah.
But we don't action them properly because we're trying to overcomplicate it. We're trying to do more research on that green detox juice, or we're trying to like use that face mask or that vibrating machine. And I know we spoke about that recently, but it's like we're trying to overcomplicate it.
Yeah.
When every time someone sees results, it's because they went back to the basics and they did the basics properly.
And for a longer period of time. We think that doing it for 2 weeks, oh, but I stuck to it for 2 weeks. Oh, nice. You should have actually been sticking it for 2 years, but that's okay. That's a great start, right? We need to be a lot more consistent with things, and rather than completely rehauling your routine every single start of the month. And this episode's going to come at perfect timing because it's the start of March. And we're all like, okay, start of the new month. I'm going to lock in. I'm going to really do this. Sometimes locking in is the worst thing you can do. Now, don't get me wrong. There's always a time and place to be like, okay, I need to clean up my act. I obviously need to do that. But every time we tell ourselves, I need to lock in, you're almost doing a disservice to yourself, because if you kind of go off plan, you then start to spiral and go, okay, well, I'm just going to lock in next Monday. We just need it to be simple. It's not that difficult, and we're just making it so much more complicated than it needs to be. And like Tori said, it's literally eating good foods, training regularly, and moving your body more.
And I was always the victim of like, oh, I'm not seeing results from this program in 2 weeks. Let's buy the next program.
Yeah.
Let's follow the next influencer and see their program. Let's look for a new coach online and buy his program. And it was like, because you weren't seeing instant results. You grow up, you learn, you trial and error, and you realize that it is truly the consistency.
Yeah.
Doing the same shit over and over again, and again, the basic shit, because we go into that victim mindset where we just, again, we try and overcomplicate it, but we're not being realistic with ourselves.
Yeah. Something that I get, obviously being in the coaching industry a lot, is number one, my metabolism is too slow, or number two, my genetics don't allow me to lose weight. If you are in a calorie deficit, you scientifically have to lose weight, no matter your like hormones, your condition, or anything like that. The biggest difference here is it might take longer and it might be harder. And if it has to be harder, that's just something you have to accept. It just means that your calories have to be lower, right? If you can't lose weight because metabolism is slower, it just means you need to drop your calories lower. I'm not telling you to starve yourself. I'm not telling you to eat nothing. I'm just telling you that maybe an 1,800 calorie like deficit isn't actually working in your favor, and you might have to drop down to 1,500. And it might feel like that's going to be really low for you, but that's where you're actually going to see results. And sometimes we think that like, oh, I can't do that deficit because I can't lose weight. And if I drop my calories lower, it doesn't do anything for me. I get really stressed. And it's like, no, you get stressed because you decided to stop eating, or then you do also an hour of cardio, and you're so like up and down with it, because then on the weekend you tend to overeat. If you be consistent with that, you will absolutely lose weight. Like, it's literally scientifically impossible. Like, if you stop eating food, you will die because you're malnourished, right? If you're in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight. And that's just the biggest excuse that people come up with. I'm not saying that it's not hard, because it's definitely harder for you, but it's just the way that life is. Not everyone has the easy path, and that's something that you do have to accept.
Yeah. I want to like just speak on my experience in a certain time in my life, because this was like the biggest eye opener for me. It was very much after I had my appendix removed, and I gained 10 to 12 kilos in like 8 weeks. Like, it was a very short period of time. I was eating horribly, like DIY cold rock. Like, it was literally just packet pancakes. Packet pancakes. Like, it was awful. And I gained all this weight, and I was feeling horrible, and it went on for a long time. Then as I got back into the gym after my recovery from the surgery, I was like, right, something needs to change. And that's when and my mum as well, because that was all she knew, was like, well, you're getting back to training, you're going to train more, so let's eat less. So naturally I was like eating less, but I also wasn't eating the right things. So I was eating less, not the right things, and I kept gaining weight. And this is where my mum and I just were like, well, this doesn't make sense. But my body was at the point of like flight or flight, literally in survival mode. Anything I fed it would hang on to, because it was trying to survive. So in that instance, I was gaining weight and just feeling absolutely horrible, had no idea what was going on. I was overtraining, body's on stress, inflammation, all the things. And we looked at a photo video the other day.
Crazy.
And it's just like, you can see the inflammation in my face. Like, I felt like you could pop me with a pin and I'd burst. So it was months and months and months of that, of being like, exactly what you said, I'm eating less. Like, scientifically, technically, I should be losing weight, but I was doing it all the wrong ways.
Exactly.
So there's so many things that you do need to look into and understand. When I then moved to Adelaide and met Jackson and had a very well-educated PT and also a boyfriend who wanted to invest in me, was, okay, you need to start eating more. So then I'm like, well, that's just so backwards. Then I started to eat more and of the right things.
Yeah.
The weight was falling off.
Yeah.
And when I say the right things, like, it was like vegetables, fruit, great protein, like high quality foods, and having my little treat on a Saturday night. Like, that was my routine for months on end. and the weight was just falling off. I lost more than what I gained.
And that's the thing, right? People don't understand that like whole foods is the cure to everything. And it kind of goes back to what I said before. Like, yes, you can be harder to lose weight. And yes, you might have to drop your calories to be able to do so and be in that deficit. But then if you go so far to over that line where you don't eat anything at all, but then you're eating the wrong things and things that stuff up your gut, like probably the amount of like protein bars you were having and the shakes because you thought that like that was the best way to do it and you're not eating much at all, your body does not digest that very well.
The like fat stim bloody powders and shit, like horrible.
Yeah.
And then from there, like once I did lose that weight and got back on track and I was training 3 to 4 times a week, drinking my water, getting my sleep, eating whole foods, then over the time I was like, okay, now I'm ready to like do a proper deficit, get lean, get strong again. That's when I went into a deficit and it happened the right way.
Yeah.
And it is like you need to, again, like this was all learning for me, and that's why I can sit here today and like speak on this episode and, you know, help so many women and things like that, because it's like you've been through it and sometimes you just have to go through the trenches. But you now have people and coaches like Lily and people out there who are well educated, have been through it and want to help you the right way.
Yeah.
But we just try and skip that.
Yeah.
We just try and do what we see online and try and take all that on, and it's just all the wrong things.
And the amount of times I hear someone say, oh, but I've been perfect all week. Like, why can't I lose weight? Why aren't I looking better? I'm like, okay, what did you do on the weekend? Oh, well, I had a wedding and a birthday and my friend's like engagement.
Drank 3 bottles of wine, had Macca's on the way home from the club.
Exactly. I'm like, okay, cool. That has completely boosted you up. Like, of course, you're not going to be able to be into that like actual deficit or feeling better about yourself, especially alcohol. It is like the number one thing to lack of recovery and inflammation and brain fog and like worse decisions as well. Like you can't think as clearly. I'm not telling you to cut alcohol out completely, but I'm telling you to choose your times when you're actually going to have it. Because when I started to drink less alcohol, because we've all gone through our party phase, we've all done it, my body was like so inflamed. I'm going to say like on the verge of like binge eating. There was multiple times, like I was never diagnosed, but like I had a very bad relationship with food because it was always after I drank alcohol, I'd binge eat that night, wake up, not eat all day. Then I'd be starving by Sunday night, eat everything, starting again the next day. Okay, fresh slate, spinach, egg whites, goji berries. So fucking random.
No carbs.
No carbs at all. Okay, cool. Did that for 2 days, went vegan. Don't ask me why. Gets to the weekend again, bang, reverse. Like your body is going to hate you. You need to be consistent with that. And even if you're perfect Monday through to Friday, eating the cleanest diet you've ever eaten, if you have the weekend where you've fallen completely out of your routine, it's honestly going to ruin your whole entire progress. Now, the best thing and the biggest thing is when you can actually incorporate balance, right? We're not telling you that you can't go out and have some alcohol and go out to dinner. Like, guys, we go out to dinner like all the time. Like, we love to have takeaway and we love to go to Yochi, and I freaking love a glass of wine, but I'm not doing it every week. I'm doing that like maybe once a month if I'm lucky. Same with like going out and meals. For example, I got grilled on Saturday night, and then the girls got Yochi after, and then Christina and I, we're quite full from grilled. We don't need Yochi. Cool. Didn't have it. But then I'll probably have it another time. It's actually being smart with your decisions and not eating the things just because it's there in front of you.
And like, I just think
oh no.
It just happened again. I was really interested in your story and I stopped listening at one point, so I remember. But yeah, and I think we also now have built our lives to be that 80-20. Like you just said, we love to go out. You love to have a glass of wine. Christina and I on our Wednesday night staycay went out for dinner, and she's also being coached by you guys as well. And she's on plan doing all the things, but we were allowed to go out and have our pasta, and she had a cocktail, I had a mocktail, and enjoyed ourselves.
Yeah.
And then I had a bit of chocolate after dinner. She didn't.
Yeah.
And we called it a night. And there was just nothing to be made wrong for that because she had popped in her plan and it just works.
Yeah.
And I think it's like that's where that happens is like you do well all week and then you're like, well, now I can be crazy on the weekends, do whatever. But then you don't end up seeing results. It's like you want to build that lifestyle because majority of us do want to have that 80-20. There's a very minute who are going into bodybuilding or like very strict deficit. Maybe it's your wedding, like you are being strict for 4 or 5 months, whatever it is. But for the most time, it's like, hey, we can be 80-20. We can have, 80% perfect diet and be eating whole foods, but then that 20% gets to be 2 rows of chocolate every single night and that, I don't know, glass of Coke or like whatever it is. But it's like if you do it right, you can enjoy every minute of it.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, where we get confused.
Yes,
Is it
we
has to be a grind. It has to be unenjoyable to lose weight. It actually gets to be really enjoyable.
I love the analogy, and it was like a recent, maybe like last year actually, like a TikTok trend. And it was essentially where it was like, okay, you had your phone and there's a slight crack in it because you've gone off plan for one day. Oh, whatever, smash it into the ground until it absolutely breaks. Accidentally kind of draw a little bit of a line, like when you're doing a lip liner, kind of go a little bit out of whack. Oh, instead of complete, like you draw all over your face. Like
or when you like slightly get a bit of mascara on your lid, it's like mascara everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, love that trend.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we're talking about here. These tiny little things don't actually matter at all. It's what you do around that is the most impactful. Now, something that has come up a lot is self-sabotage. When we say we can't do something, we're already putting it in our minds because we know that we are going to quote unquote fail at the task. So it's like, oh, I can't follow my plan on the weekend. Well, you're already telling yourself that you can't follow the plan on the weekend. So by the time it gets to the weekend, you don't follow the plan. You're like, oh, I told you.
And then you look for the excuses as to why that can't happen.
Yeah.
And it's like so many people are just like, oh, I'm unlucky.
Yeah.
I can't do it. It's like, no, you're just fucking inconsistent.
Yeah.
And that's why you're not seeing results.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously there's going to be times and place. And like I had a conversation with a girl this morning and one of our clients, and she has like a health condition, and that is extremely unlucky. Like what she has, I'm like, oh my God, like I feel so much for you. She's had to pull back her training so much, and she's such like an athletic person, but there's simply nothing she can do about it. It was just like a progressive condition. But no excuses. She's still doing everything she possibly can. She's still going to the gym, modifying everything. She's still getting her steps in a very light way where she's not putting any stress on her body. She's still eating all of the good foods, and she easily could have been like, oh, well, I can't be in shape or I can't be in a deficit because of this health condition. She's like, no. I can still tick the box and make myself feel better from doing what I can control right now. Whereas a lot of people would use that as an excuse to be like, oh, well, I can't do X, Y, and Z because of this condition. So this is why I am overweight, or I can't go to the gym, or I can't lift my weights. Like we tend to find any excuse as to why we can't do something. So something else that I say to people when they come on board, it'll always be like when they're about to sign up with us, oh, actually I might wait a little bit because I have a super busy few months, or I kind of don't know if I want to sign up with you guys because I can't really ever stick to things. And I'm like, you're already telling me that you're not going to do it. Number one is we're always busy humans, right? So we're always going to have something on, and it's about managing what you can do within that time. And then number two, if you're telling me you can't stick to something, you're already proven to yourself that you can't do it, right? So you have to reframe your mind to be like, I'm going to do my best to be able to stick to this as much as I possibly can.
And it's always coming back to asking yourself the questions what are you blaming instead of building? Because this is about building a lifestyle, building a healthy routine that you enjoy. And yes, there are going to be times where it's hard. There's not always a time in life where a deficit is easy.
Yeah.
You're going out for dinner and you're like, oh, well, I didn't track that. I need to be mindful of it. And it's how hard are you going into it? Totally up to you. But instead of being like, oh, well, fuck, I'm in a deficit, I can't go out and have fun with my friends. Who is saying that? You actually just get to either take your dinner, eat beforehand, or explain to them that this is, your
goals.
What I'm doing, these are my goals. And they probably are so fine. They just want you to be there.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing about our friendship group is our goals and everything always are so important to every other person in the group. But it's so quickly where we just jump in and blame the thing or the problem or, the routine that you're trying to build that's going to get to your goals, that's getting in the way.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Something we all do as well is we romanticize perfection. We think that is the only way for us to get results. And I swear we have touched on this in a recent episode, but we think that going all in is the only way to achieve your results. Or like I said previously is we can only get the results when my life is calm, or I've just got a new job, I've just moved house, I can't stick to it, life is too busy at the moment, I'm going to do it when it's easy. That is the worst thing you can do for yourself, because our lives are never going to be perfect. They're never going to be calm. They're never going to be stress-free, especially I swear as you get older, there's more and more that stress that come up. And if you constantly wait for the perfect time to start these things, you're never actually going to achieve them, because life is never calm and something is always going to come up.
And this whole process is just not about being perfect.
Yeah.
And it's okay, if you're looking at what you need to do and you're very overwhelmed, how can you break that down and go, can I be 20% perfect this week? What does that look like? Maybe that's just getting your 8,000 steps and eating a good dinner every single night.
Yeah.
Then you do that for a week or maybe even 2 weeks. Then it's the next block and you're like, okay, how can I be 30% better this week? And it's slowly increasing. That takes you maybe 6 to 8 weeks. Then by the time you get to that 8 weeks, you're 100% in. You know what you need to do. You're feeling great by that point. And then when you get to that point of feeling good, that's when you can see the results coming in.
Yeah.
And the addiction kind of hits of like, oh my God, I feel good. And something I always think about is how often people go through life not knowing what it feels like to feel healthy and but internally healthy.
Yeah, well, let's say you have a weekend, you've gone traveling, you've gone completely off track, you've lived your life, right? You come back on a Monday and you're like, oh, I just don't feel good. People live their lives like that.
Yeah.
Every single day, that's their normal. I'm like, I can't think straight. How can you possibly get through life? And in the nicest ways possible, no wonder you're not successful in what you do because you're not looking after yourself, which means you're not looking after other things in your life because you can't think clearly.
That was on our drive home when we stopped into Macca's because I got Macca's. But it was Christina and Soph were like, we would do anything right now for a cheeseburger or whatever it was. And then we were talking about it and we were like, hey, one cheeseburger ain't going to kill us.
No.
It's not going to derail us because we know that we'll just go home and have our steak and our vegetables and forget about it.
Yeah.
But it's we just have got to that point where we make it so wrong to have one cheeseburger in 5 years.
Yeah.
But it's we're trying to now kind of normalize the fact that it's oh, we can have a cocktail and a glass of wine and a cheeseburger if that's what we feel like because we know scientifically it's not going to ruin our progress.
It's not. And the other thing here though is what else? So let's say we've been completely on plan all week and we haven't had any other social occasions. Maybe we would have got that. But because we had dinner out the night before and because we then had the breakfast spread for Riley's baby shower, then that's why we didn't get that. It's making those educated decisions rather than oh, well, on the road trip was the only thing I had access to. We got beef jerky, fun day sweets, protein bar. Oh, it's not going to be great for my digestion, but that's what makes me feel best. And sometimes it's not even about physically, it's about mentally, knowing that I chose the better decisions and I'm choosing a better life for myself and still having balance around that. Yeah. Something that's we have written down here is your body doesn't care about a 7-day detox. It cares about 6 months of consistency. We don't want a juice cleanse. Have you done juice cleanse?
Oh, millions. I was promoting juice cleanses because I was do you know why they worked, quote unquote, for me? Because I was going through the binge eating like shit. So I would do this. Mine was a 3 to 4 day juice cleanse, and I know the brands, I know the flavors. They actually taste good, but also not juice cleanse brand. It was full of sugar. It was crap.
Yeah,
and I would dead set for 3 or 4 days only have juice. Maybe a carrot or something if I was desperate and feeling faint. And the only reason I was they work, I feel great, is because I would get to the end of it and feel not bloated but I would feel completely have no energy, brain fog. But I was I'm not bloated. I feel good in my body. Well, yeah, because you haven't eaten the shit that you normally do.
Yeah.
So if you just take out maybe the donut that you have once a day or the shit breakfast that you're having and replaced it with whole foods, you would feel like that all the time.
Yeah.
Not just after a 4-day detox juice cleanse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did the same, but random with smoothies. Now, the uneducated part of me here was it's just all the food that I would normally eat but blended. What the fuck is the difference? I'm talking the breakfast was a oats, dates, peanut butter, honey, banana, and protein powder. Literally could just have oats.
Delicious.
No, so good.
But also then you're hungry in an hour.
Yeah. Then lunch was mango, pineapple, passion fruit, spinach, cucumber, cauliflower in the smoothie. Cool. Dinner, it was more protein. And then I'm why the fuck was I just not eating? It's literally the exact same thing. And I think my calories were the same. But again, it's the uneducated part of me where I was oh my gosh, I'm just having smoothies and liquid today because liquid doesn't count as calories.
Yes. And I think that's why people go, oh, I'll just have a smoothie. But it's okay, but if you're doing oats, dates, whatever, if you put that and microwave your oats, actually put some peanut butter on it, have some berries, you're still having the same thing, but it's going to fill you so much more.
Yeah.
And people are oh, I'll just have a smoothie because I'm trying to lose weight. if you just made that into a meal, you would probably eat less because you're fuller for longer. And if you can just add some chia seeds, you know, good little things for your gut, it's like you're going to feel so much better. And I'm not saying like not making smoothies wrong. Like Mum and I love our smoothies and we go every Wednesday and we get a smoothie. Like they're great and they have a purpose in your plan wherever they need to fit. But it's not the question it's not the answer to losing weight.
Yeah. You know what's funny as well? Like I only have smoothies in a growing phase because I'm like, oh, I need a lot of calories, so I'm going to have a smoothie. Whereas I used to think that smoothies were just to lose weight, but now I'm like, oh, I can get a lot more food in a smoothie. And that's honestly what it is, because it's like you put 20 grams of peanut butter in a smoothie, which is like, to be very precise, like 116 calories. It's like you can hardly taste that. But it just like adds it up so fast. So like personally, I use them to gain weight and a lot of people uses it to lose weight. So just think of that next time you have like a juice or a smoothie or something like that. Also top tip, we went to House of Halsa, like last few weeks. We get the smoothies, $22, overpriced, tastes delicious. It is what it is. Cauliflower in smoothie.
I'm doing it today. I'm going to go buy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if they use raw or frozen.
That's
I'm
a good
unsure.
point.
I'm thinking raw because it's like fluffy, but then I'm thinking frozen because it's like thicker.
I'm going to try raw first.
Yeah. Anyways, I had like a peach smoothie with cauliflower in it. You cannot taste the cauliflower, but it makes it incredibly creamy and fluffy. It's so good.
I need to go and look up the recipes.
Yeah.
Because on the way home today, I'm going to go to the fruit and veg shop, do my weekly shop, but like get some things for smoothies.
Yeah.
Because I do it's what? 9:30, nearly 10 o'clock. And I've had 2 breakfasts already.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I know I'll be hungry after this. And that's like perfect time for smoothie for me. Because I'm like, it's not quite lunch, but I need to eat. And obviously like, I'm not eating for 2. I hate when people say that because it's not a thing. You're not eating for 2. And the calories when you're pregnant is not like, it's literally micro different.
Isn't it like an extra apple a day?
Yeah, it's something like crazy. And people are like, oh, I got to eat for 2. I'm like,
which is also so annoying though because you are naturally more hungry.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like I'm not trying to not eat because I'm like, oh, I got to keep my weight down. Like I'm going to fucking eat if I'm hungry. And he gets angry if we don't eat. So
does he?
Yeah, it's like you just know.
I have a really dumb question.
Okay.
When your tummy rumbles, does it actually kind of move a little bit?
What do you mean?
Like, you know, when you're like, oh, my tummy's rumbling, and it kind of like vibrates in your stomach?
Yeah.
Does your stomach actually move?
Or like is my stomach because I'm pregnant? Oh, I'm not sure.
Because I'm like, can he feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like he just kicks. It's like not like when he kicks, like my stomach moves.
Yeah.
It just when it rumbles, it feels like normal rumble.
Yeah, okay.
But then I'm like, can you feel that? Are you hungry too?
Like, yeah.
It's interesting. But yeah, it's like they have a time and place and it fits into your routine. If it's easy to have on the way to work, like perfect. But don't try and sub it out for a breakfast, lunch or dinner.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of the time, we're just being lazy and we're just being undisciplined. We're just quitting too early. We're quitting when things slightly get a little bit hard or difficult or you're stressed or you're busy, and that's when we're like, oh, it's too hard, I'm just going to try it again tomorrow. So it's not about having to get up at 5 a.m. every single day for your alarm or getting 2 workouts in or cutting everything out or doing 75 hard. That's not the only way to see results. I don't think we could tell you guys any more time that consistency is the only way you're going to get the results. Like if you have not taken that from our podcast yet, you're not listening. Like honestly, start again because that's all we do.
Go back to episode 1.
Yeah, that is all we talk about is you have to just be consistent. And if you are quitting, you are, I'm sorry, are just doing a disservice to your future self because life is not easy and there's going to be constant things that come up. And when you just throw in the towel, you're just telling your brain to quit when it gets hard. And the more you do that, the more you fall into that routine because your brain is literally like a sponge. Like anything that you do consistently, that's what it starts to go towards. So if you constantly quit when it gets hard, well, what are you going to do when something comes up that's really difficult in your life? You're going to either avoid it or you're going to stop or you're going to find an easy way around it because you don't want to be uncomfortable. And that is personally why I like to do ice baths. And I think a lot of people do. It's actually not from the fact of like, oh, this is better for like my body and things like that. And yes, that's an added benefit, but it's more so from the mental resilience of doing something that is really hard and uncomfortable and you want to quit, but you're telling yourself you can't quit. You can do this. You can get through until you kind of timer ticks over. Then you can get out. That is building up the mental resilience in your head to not quit when things get hard. Exactly the same with training. if you're like, oh, my muscle's starting to get a bit sore, I'm stopping that. You're telling yourself that anytime you feel your muscles start to burn, you quit. You're never going to see muscle growth because it happens at the end of like I think it's like the 1 to 2 rep range mark before you fail is when you actually grow muscle. So if you stop or you go lighter, when you kind of feel your muscles start to twinge, you're never going to actually get where you want to. So you have to keep putting in the discomfort in your life to see those results.
That was like the series that I did when I was doing my ice baths or my runs. It's like, I don't enjoy this. It's me doing it because I don't like doing it. And that's why I have to do it.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm going to use birth as an example. There's so many tools we can do before we go into labor to get our bodies ready for discomfort. It's like they hold ice blocks and they're doing all these different things to train their mind to go through pain that they don't want to, but we actually have no choice. Like I'm going to go through it regardless. So we'll touch back on that in a few months. Can't wait to go through all of that.
Yeah.
But it's really just like you have to do the things you don't want to do sometimes.
Yeah.
And then they sometimes can become the things you end up love doing.
Yeah.
Like you might end up loving ice bath. And I kind of enjoyed running in the end. Not always. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Maybe if I did it more and kept going after the 10 weeks, I would have.
Yeah. And they always say as well, like if you have negotiations with yourself, then you're never going to stick to your routine. Like you have to have non-negotiables. It's not a matter of like, oh, am I going to the gym today? It's what time am I going to the gym today? Oh, do I have groceries in my house to like eat healthy today? What meals or ingredients can I use to make a healthy meal in my house today? It's actually reframing your mindset to not give yourself the option of falling off plan. And like I said, it might not be realistic for you to go to the gym at 5. Like you might go train at 5 a.m. every day, but you might have a kid who needs to be dropped off or your partner can't look after them that day. Okay, instead of saying, I can't go to the gym today, what can I do instead of going to the gym? It's going for a walk. It's, I don't know, maybe doing a 15-minute at-home Pilates class like on a YouTube. Like it's doing these little things and not negotiating with yourself, because the second you're like, am I feeling tired or am I just being lazy? Done. You've already chose the easier option. You just have to make things non-negotiable.
I think that's what I'm struggling with now in pregnancy is like,
It's
is really hard to determine because the day you and I were at the gym, for example, like by ourselves, I was like coming in, I was like, I'm just going to film the workout. I'm not going to actually do it. And then by the time I got to like the first set, I was like, oh, I feel good. I'll just train. I felt so much better after that workout.
Yeah.
And it's like, we know that majority of the time, the problem and the challenge is getting to the gym, not the actual workout.
Yeah.
Because by the time you're a couple sets in, you're feeling good and you probably 9 times out of 10 will feel so much better for that workout. And it's like, if halfway through you're still absolutely got a shocking headache, it's like, okay, it's time to call it. But that's where I'm at now. It's like so hard because I am exhausted a lot of the time. I want to go and train, but I'm making myself wrong for resting because I'm like, well, I'm growing a child. And then I'm like, I'm just trying to do 2 sessions a week, which is like nothing compared to what I've done for the last 10 years. It's like, can't you just get those 2 sessions done? But it's like,
I swear as well, the less you do something, the harder it is as well to do it. Like when I come back, obviously completely different, you're pregnant, but when I'm on holidays, I'm like, I come back, I'm like, can't wait to get back into routine. Oh my God, it's so hard to get to the gym. It's like, I have to have like 1 week of dragging my feet to get to the gym. Then I'm back into that normal routine again.
that's like with the Pilates, I'm like, oh, it's great because we're booked in and we're going. I'm like, maybe I need to find a little group mum class or pregnant class. Because I know Amy does it. So I'm like, maybe I'll just reach out to Amy because I'm like, if it's booked in, I'm going to go.
Yes.
Whereas like the gym, I'm like, oh, I can just rock up. But I'm enjoying the kick program. So I'm like, that's really hard.
It's hard.
But I'm just like, at the moment, I think if I'm booked in, I will go.
I agree.
So I might do that after this.
And that's the same with all of you guys. Like book it in your calendar, what time you're going to the gym. I was speaking to, who was I with yesterday? Did I see you yesterday?
What was yesterday? Monday? No.
I don't know who I was speaking to the other day. It could have been in the car on the drive home. And it was literally like, why am I so much more efficient when I have somewhere to be? So let's say I have a call at 9. I have a call at 9:30. So I have to be at the gym by 8. I'm hustling that morning. I'm getting things done. If I don't have a call and I can kind of go to the gym whenever in the morning, why does it take me an extra 2 hours to get ready? Every single time. So I'm like, no, I'm setting a time for myself where I have to get to the gym by that time. It stops you scrolling. It stops you taking longer to choose an outfit. It stops you taking longer to even fill up your freaking water. Like you just do things naturally a lot slower when you have nowhere to be. Now, I'm not telling you to kind of have your life on like fast-paced motion. That's not good for anyone. But it's like, let's have some urgency about us.
It's like pick the things that are most challenging for you. For me right now, like I said, the gym. I want to go to the gym.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to just get there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let's book myself a class. If you need to do that, make that a priority for you. Book yourself in a class or book the gym with a friend. Like, Lily,
Yes.
I'm meeting you there at 8.
Yeah.
Again, that brings urgency. That also brings commitment to someone that you don't want to let them down.
Yeah.
So sometimes, you know, we do talk about committing to yourself, and it's like treat yourself like a best friend, but sometimes you need that extra push, and maybe it'll be for 4 weeks, and then by the 5th you're like, oh, I'm on a roll. Like, I'm good whether that friend's there or not. But if you need that extra push, or if it's like, if you're struggling with the nutrition, you're like, I'm just reaching for the chocolate, move the chocolate.
Yeah.
Put it in that random, like, what's it called? Medicine cabinet above the fridge that you can like not really reach. You don't really ever open it.
Yeah.
So you can't see it.
It's like when sometimes, I know you do this too, you move around your apps on your phone.
Yeah.
So it's not automatically when you open your phone, you finger taps Instagram. Because like it's such a thing that you've built up in your mind that you automatically do that. So when you open the pantry, I automatically go grab a piece of chocolate, like change up your environment so it's not part of that regular routine.
Yeah.
Something else I do want to touch on is like nutrition and saying you don't have enough time to eat healthy or to meal prep or do all those things. I'm like extremely busy right now, and I like was driving here and I was like, oh, I would love to like just be like, oh, I'll just get takeaway tonight because I'm so busy. I'll just get like GYG instead. It's so much faster for me to cook dinner. Like, guys, I made such a good Mexican bowl last night, 10 minutes. All I had to do was cook my mince. While I was cooking, I heated up my rice in the microwave, chopped up my like cucumber and tomato, put it in a bowl, call it a day. A wrap for lunch. 30 seconds in the microwave, tuna, spinach, barbecue sauce, done. It is so easy, and you just make it harder. It's harder to then go onto Uber Eats, choose what I want to eat, put in my payment details, wait for them to come, bring it. I could have already finished my meal by now.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy to eat healthy. You're just making an excuse to not eat healthy.
That was my mum came home the other day with like burger patties, and she came home and made this elite like salad burger. It was like beef patty, beetroot, lettuce, cheese, all the things. And I was like, fuck, that looks great. So I had it for lunch the next day. We also had it for dinner last night. And I've now added it to our grocery shop. I'm like, this is a nightly dinner this week. And it's even like for lunches, like you're going to work, right? So you got to make your lunch in the morning. Literally a can of tuna, rice. You can probably heat up your rice in the microwave at work. You got your tuna, and then you can just throw in some lettuce, some carrot, cucumber, Kewpie mayo, sweet chili. I think when you can add like a little bit of sauce as well to make it feel like you've gone out for lunch. Like Christina and I during the week had our we had this like fried chicken like wrap thing, and what was so good about it was like mayo and sweet chili. So I've been adding that to everything in my meals, and it just like gives that extra flavor. Or it's like adding soy sauce. Like these little things can make your meals taste so much better rather than just bland. And then you get to eat so much better and you feel better for it.
Literally, I'm not finishing work until like 8 p.m. at the moment. And I'm like, oh, do you know how easy it would be to just like have something like delivered to my house? But I'm like, I just feel like then mentally after it feels harder. I'm like, it's so much easier for me to just like quickly whip up something now. And like by the time I've ordered something, like I said, it's just, it gets there, but you could have already finished dinner by now. So like just keep it easy. You're not having to do 10-step Thai curry dinners, like pasta, Mexican bowls, wrapped steak. Like it's all so easy. You're just overcomplicating it. Stick to the goddamn basics.
Yeah.
Not that hard.
Period.
Yeah.
Again, back to the basics.
Yep. Every single time.
Okay, going into a bit of identity shift, which we did do a full episode on. So like go back to that if that's something you want to like fully dive deep into. But it's like if you're really trying to get in shape, instead of being someone who wants to like train regularly, eat intentionally, move daily, all the things, stop chasing your body, firstly. Yeah. I did that for so long. I'm pretty sure like Kayla had seen us on my vision board. Like so many bodies on my board that, and I spoke about this in a recent YouTube video at the start of the year, is I had so many bodies on my board that aren't realistic because that's not my body shape or my body type or my genetics. So I put myself on my vision board this year because I'm like postpartum, that's going to be me. We're going to get back, maybe not to fully that, but we're going to work hard to be that. And that wasn't just like a physical body shape thing. That was like I want to just feel good again in the gym, being consistent. Like it represented more than just my back muscles, basically. But I was like, that is achievable because I've done it.
Yeah.
Whereas like I get it if you've never been there and you're like, you want that kind of maybe physical motivation. I get that. But it's like you have to be realistic in terms of like genetics as well, because we put a lot of people in our vision boards that are just, it's not realistic whatsoever.
I saw, I was listening to a podcast. Oh, it was the Hailey Bieber one with Jake.
yes.
And they had a question. It was like, how do you like, I'm so unmotivated. I just feel so lazy. Like it's so hard for me to get to the gym. Like, how do you do it? And he was like, about to say something really toxic, but it works. And I was like, I'm listening. He was like, choose the number one person you are so jealous of and you want to be them. I promise you will then get to the gym. He was like the other day, did not want to work out. I saw someone on Instagram who like I like hate but love, and they were at the gym. So I tell you what, I put on my clothes and I got to the gym, and I was like, you know what?
It's not a bad idea.
Kind of works, but we're not trying to be them. We're just using it as motivation to better ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think that's the good perspective flip to have there. And the other thing with identity shifting is we always tell ourselves that we are something. It's like, oh, I can't go to the gym because I have this, or I'm lazy, I'm known as this person, or I'm known as I'm not a runner, I can't lift very strong. Like we need to reframe our mindset to be like, oh, I'm trying to do this. Like I can be a runner, I can lift weights, I can cook. Like that's a huge excuse. It's like, I don't know how to cook. Like shift your identity to be like, oh, I'm learning how to cook. I'm like trying the new flavors and things like that. Or like, oh, I just cook really basic meals, right? It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. Like you have to shift your identity on yourself to become someone who you want to be.
You know, it'd be really cool.
What?
I just had like a light bulb moment. If we like got 10 people to send in, like 10 people that are like, I'm really struggling.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for months. I can't get into shape. And it's like, you know how people do like social media audits?
Yes.
It's like they send us what they're doing, what they're eating, what they're training, and we audit their, not life, but like routine and habits. It's like, well, you're doing this, so maybe try this.
I think that's a great.
I think we should do
that's
it.
fun.
And we can just pick 10 people and do it and just like, I think that'd be great. Because it's like, I think there's a lot of people out there that are doing the right things, but it could be like one small shift, or it could be like, okay, well, how long have you been consistent? Or like we could just say something and then they're like, oh my God, clicked.
I reckon let's do it. If
We'll get
you
back
want
to you
us
on
to
that.
rehaul your routine,
Yeah.
send us a DM and then
Send
we'll
us a
go from there.
DM called Rehaul Your Routine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Help
we'll
me.
know we'll know what it's about.
Yeah.
And we can get onto that. Because I just think like there's so many out there that are like, oh, it's not working, but we will just look at it and go, oh,
Yeah.
all we need to do is this.
Yeah.
And it's not to say it'll exactly work,
Yeah.
but it's like it can be such a small shift or a big shift that you're not maybe seeing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Love it.
Well, do you have anything else you wanted to add?
I don't think so. I hope this was a bit like kind of kicked you into gear.
I think we did very well at what we said. And you're excited now to better yourself. And it's not going to be a chore. It's something that you want to do to have a better year.
Because I just think there's like 90% of you listening who are feeling these feels and it's like, oh, I'm doing this, this, and this. But it's like you're not being hard enough on yourself in a way that like shows up as self-love.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm getting the Uber Eats because it's fucking easy.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, so is making a burger. Because you
Yeah.
put the friggin' thing on the pan for 5 minutes and you put it in a bun. Like,
Yeah.
rather than a fat, oily burger from Macca's or
Yeah.
the healthy burger you get from that other restaurant. It's like, it gets to be simple, but you're just not making those good choices.
Exactly.
So,
Do you have a discipline drop?
oh, I forgot about
I
this.
do. So I can go first.
Okay,
if
you go
wanna have a
first.
think.
I'll think.
Okay. This isn't really about discipline, but it's something that could really help you education-wise.
Okay.
Now, I was listening to a podcast about AI and ChatGPT, and I didn't even know this was a feature on ChatGPT. This is actually going to be more of an educational.
I'm ready.
I
love
know.
ChatGPT.
Now, it's more so if you are in the era of like researching and want to become really knowledgeable about a topic, because sometimes searching journal articles and doing all of those things, like, God help me, it just takes so long when you want to have good research. If you click on the little plus button and you ask ChatGPT a question, there's a little like toggle and it says deep research. Click on deep research, type your question, then it'll come up with 5 prompts and it'll basically be like, is this exactly what you are wanting to research? You can adjust it, you can ask questions so it gets very, very specific. Then you click go. It takes 8 to 10 minutes to come up with an answer for you. And it basically comes up in like an essay format of everything you need to know about this certain topic. So if you want to learn more about, I don't know, for example, like finance or fitness or nutrition, or like why do I need to have vitamins, like something like that, right? Like what's the benefit of magnesium? It will come up with everything you need to know, not just like a quick like ChatGPT answer. Like it's an essay where you want to actually learn about something, and then it will cite you back to those sites that it got its like information from. And I just thought that was really interesting because it goes like 8 to 10 minutes. It's researching the whole entire like world's website.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so there you go.
That's pretty cool. I like that one.
Thank you.
Mine is going to relate back to something I said in the very recently in the episode, is book yourself a class.
Yes.
Because I'm going to go do it.
One.
I'm going to go do it now. But I think that's where a lot of us struggle is like getting themselves to the gym.
Yeah.
And even if it's like, okay, I'm aiming to train 3 times a week and I'm doing okay at getting there twice, but that third one is just really tricky, book in a class.
Yeah.
Book yourself in a class. I'm going to literally go and message Amy right now and be like, when can I come in?
Yeah.
Because I know she's doing like small group classes and that just feels good for me. Do some research around your area, see what's up and get yourself in.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, well, I hope you guys are feeling more motivated, inspired after today's episode. If you could give us a 5-star review on Spotify, we're nearly at 1,000. We're getting very, very close, so help us get there, please, and thank you. And we love you all so much.
And we'll see you tomorrow in Sydney.
Woo!
Can't wait. Bye, guys.
Bye.